Well, I was just talking and nobody could hear me. That's a little embarrassing. We're here live at Sebring with the Esports Drivers Club Spec 5 Mazdas here tonight as they get ready to grid up as they got qualifying going. They got about, 2.5 minutes left to qualifying? A minute and a half left to qualifying. Sorry about that. Tonight's race is the Ray Esports Grand Prix. Ray Esports, founded by Stevie Ray, is the host of multiple popular iRacing series, including both Formula V and SRF Weekend Warrior Series, the unofficial SCCA Racing League, and will soon be the host of the Ray Esports Endurance Racing Series. To find out more information, now this might make a little more sense, go to rayesportsracing.com. Link is in the description, also on your screen. Make sure you guys go check them out. So tonight's race, 45 minutes long. They'll have to make at least one pit stop. The amount of gas they need will be equivalent to a two-tire change. If they take more, it'll take a little bit longer on that pit stop. Will tires be a factor like that today? I guess we're going to find out and see what kind of strategy they play. But guys, if you haven't seen these guys race, this will be the third race we've broadcasted. Both have come to great finishes. Doesn't matter if it's the shorter races, 20-minute races, or this longer 45-minute race with strategy. They come down spectacular fashion. I got a feeling we're in for a treat here again tonight, guys. Right now, man, the field is so close. Right now, we got Joshua on the pole, Zach in second. Simon looks like the only one that has not taken on time yet, as we are getting ready to grid up for the feature here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. We got Josh starting on the pole, Zach in second, David in third. Tom's going to be starting in that fourth position, Reed in fifth, Kenneth in sixth, Brennan in seventh, Greg in eighth, Jordy in ninth. Jordy's been quite the show. He's won 2 races. So this is the third race. So he's won 2 races on the channel here for this series. We got Brian in 10th, Charles in 11th, Michael in 12th. We got Josh in 13th, Jerry in 14th, Greg in 15th, Robert in 16th, Sean in 17th, John in 18th, and Simon in 19th. Guys, should be a good show here tonight as these guys get ready to get gridded up. Waiting on just a couple drivers, and we got some pacing laps here tonight, guys. What's everybody up to here tonight? Besides, of course, watching me. Let me go ahead and get rid of that starting grid. We're going to go ahead. They're doing the drivers' meeting. Shut them off. Go ahead and get rid of that starting grid, and we're going to go ahead and pull up the important stuff, where people are at. I guess we don't need license details, and of course, that's going to be goofy on me. Let me go ahead and refresh the overlays. They just did a major update on SDK, and it's been a little goofy since they have. I'm just going to go ahead and refresh that real quick. There we go. Let's get ready to go green flag racing. Go ahead and pull up the track map. I'm kind of curious. Some of these overlays look really crisp and clean since they updated, so it's going to be cool to see how they show up today. We're going to go put the car numbers up there as these guys get ready to do a pace lap. They're going to do a full pace lap on this track. This track is 3.7 miles. Big track. Simon did not grid. But I'll tell you what, these little Mazdas, they put on one heck of a show. Draft plays a huge role here, as I can see a couple long straightaways, but it does look like there's a lot of straight areas. But some of these technical turns, from what I heard, you could get some time delays if you just cut it just a little bit too much. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out here tonight. Definitely looking forward to this one. But why they pace, let's go ahead and check out something we might have going on here soon on the channel. All right, we are gridding up, as you can see them on the tracker where they're at. Still got pretty much a full lap to do. As we threw in the little teaser there of things to come here soon in the near future. But Josh is going to be taking them to the green flag in that 135 here tonight. Go ahead and let me know who your picks are in the chat, who you're rooting for here tonight. And guys, don't forget to check out the sponsor information in the description if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Also, if you like what you see on the channel, make sure you check out that information down in the description. Support us on our Patreon, on Cash App, or Venmo. And don't forget to like the stream. Most importantly, like and share. So 45 minutes, it looks like. Forget what the lap times were. We're going to go look real quick. Looks like it takes about 2 minutes here to do a lap. A little more than 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. So 5 minutes. So it looks like we're going to get about 18 laps here tonight. Roughly, maybe 17. So I'd be curious to see how much they drop off the pace over time, too. Might even be less laps than that. So they got this straightaway and one more right-hander, long right-hander. And they'll be taking the green flag for the 45 minutes here tonight, guys. I'm excited. I am excited. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we got it on mixed. That's what we want. Check out these different camera angles. So many cool camera angles on some of these road courses here. All right, the pace car's gonna pull off. We're gonna get the green flag this time by. Let's jump to the blimp so we can see them all. As they head down towards turn number 1 and 2. Oh, here comes the 150 of Reed up the middle. He's trying to make a big move as they head down into turn number 1. Left-hander here. Zach has a nice jump in that 13. He's going to take a lead by almost 0.7 of a second heading into turn number 1. I'm not sure if he jumped that, but man, what a big lead. Oh, we got Kenneth and Greg off the track at the back as they get back on. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened there. It looks like Mac might have gotten the worst of that one. Oh! The Mac turned into maybe. Take another look. Looks like Kenneth has an issue. We're going to go ahead and pause this. We're going to back it up a little bit. Let's go far chase, if I can figure out where it is on here. Let's see exactly. Oh, they just got together. They ran out of room. And the 137 of Kenneth did not back off there. And they're down into the fence as Greg has to tow. Tough night, tough start for him. Bummer, man. It's always fun to watch. Single file for the top 3. We got Zach, Reed, and Josh. Can somebody win this off of strategy? Curious what the different strategies are going to be here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and go through the field as I figure this out. Zach in the lead. And that number 13, the 150 there in second, as he's got Joshua in the 135 all over his bumper. Here comes Joshua trying to make a move. He was our pole sitter. I'll tell you what, that was a bold move on the start by Reed to make up all those spots. As he jumps the curb there, I got to wonder if he got a time delay. Down the front, down the last straightaway before the right-hander. Draft is going to play a huge role in these straightaways as they get ready to go down the right-hander. Oh, they got to keep it straight through here. Reed takes a little bit different angle. I got to wonder how that is on his tires as he holds it down. They come out of the turn down the front straightaway. Reed kind of stuck out as he went a little bit lower than everybody else, and that allows Josh to take advantage and jump onto what's going to be the inside into turn number 1. Josh is going to go ahead and take that second spot as Tom has worked his way up into this battle. David right behind him. Brennan in that number 45 as we get a little bit of dust in the air. Somebody gets off the track a little bit. Sitting in 6th, Charles in 7th, Jordy in 8th. Always fun to watch Jordy come through the field. Brian in that 85 sitting 9th. Michael in the 77 sitting 10th. Jerry right there in that 122 sitting in the 11th spot. Robert sitting in 12th. Josh back there in that blue number 16 in the 13th position. Sean right behind him making a move in the 165 and 14th. Greg right behind him. Greg Brockway there in the 15th position as they all bunch up there. As he's got John right behind him in the 133. Josh Olson in that number 16. Kenneth caught up in that wreck way back. 42 seconds back in the 137. And Greg is still on pit road. Looks like he might be going now as he's just pulling off pit road. As Zach has a bunch of company as Josh is all over his back bumper. Down the straightaway here. Let's see what other cool stuff I can throw in there. Oh, we can do this between first and second. Give you where they're fastest. Obviously, the leader is a little bit faster here. Got a battle for the lead. Well, actually, it looks like Josh might be a little bit quicker in that second spot. It's coming around to complete lap number 2 here tonight. So close between first and second. Now Josh has got to be careful. Remember, this is what bit Reed earlier. It almost slides up into Zach as they come out of the last turn. Down the straightaway, they're going to pick up all kinds of draft here as the top 5 are nose to tail. They're going to send it down into turn number 1. Zach continues to lead the way. Josh right behind him. Josh might be playing a little bit of strategy here, trying to get Zach to work his stuff. As they roll through these corners, I was not prepared for this track here tonight. I went to go get on and realized I didn't own it. As Zach continues to lead the field, Josh in second, Reed in third, Tom in fourth, David in fifth. Second pack is starting to get a little racy. If we go back there to Charles as he leads that pack, here comes some passes or attempted passes. Oh, are they going to keep going? Oh, the 122 of Jerry tried to get up underneath Michael. Nothing there. We're going to get back to single file as they get racy back now up at the front of the field as we got a battle for third. Tom's got to fall back in line. He can't make the move. Still early in this one. These guys are trying to figure things out. I don't know anything about the time delta. I guess that one doesn't do me any good. A lot of cool things. I can do lap history. I can do lap 1 and lap 2. It looks like Reed was faster on lap 1. And Tom was faster on lap 2 as Tom is definitely losing ground here. He's got a whole mirror full of David as they're going to battle it out for that 4th position. Heading down into turn number, I don't know what number it is. Let me not guess numbers. Single file. Can David make a move? Tom sends it in there hard. I got to wonder how much tire wear is going to play a factor as here comes a battle for the lead as Josh gets up underneath Zach. They're going to drag race down towards turn number 1. Josh has no choice but to fall in line. Don't look now. Here comes Reed looking to the outside as they head down into turn number 1. Oh, Reed way high. Is it going to cost him a spot as Tom gains a ton of ground? They're going to be able to get back in line as they are now back single file. Single file through the field. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that one, guys. As there's still single file at the front of the field, nothing has changed here yet tonight. But I'll tell you what, Josh is all over the back bumper of Zach. I think that Zach has become a hood ornament on the front of Josh's car as much as Zach is on that back bumper. He's just back there trying to get him to make a mistake as he is all but pushing him around the track. Single file for these guys, but I got a feeling it's not going to be much longer. But Josh pushes out a little bit there. He's going to lose a little bit of ground. Oh, Reed's got to jump out as Kenneth has issues. What's going on with Kenneth? David had issues. Let's see what happened to Kenneth here. As it looks like he might have had an issue further back in the pack as he's trying to make up ground. He is probably driving the wheels off that thing. Oh, he almost has to stop. All right, I guess that's what happened there. As we get back to live coverage. Still, Zach leading Josh in second, Tom in third, David in fourth. Brennan in fifth. Reed has fallen back to the sixth position in that 150. Single file. Zach in first, Josh in second. Let's go take a look at what's happened with Jordy. Jordy's sitting in that seventh position all by himself. He's about 2 seconds back. 2.5 seconds back from Reed. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't count him out. Never count him out. And then we got Charles leading this package. We got a battle here between the 235 and the 77. That's Michael and Robert, as Michael's got to fall back in line. Just looks like it's so hard to pass. Here comes the 77 of Michael. As he tries to get that position on Robert, he's got to fall back in line, but they're going to get around Charles for that position. Is that Charles? No, that's Sean, as he drifts high. Sean's going to fall back behind Charles and Michael. Oh. Or Robert and Mike. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. Let's go take a look at what happens here. They're all bunched up there. Oh, he got the grass in that 122. That's Jerry. Oh, man. The 77. It wasn't the 77. Sean, the 165, turns down into the cars coming, and we got a big one. What a wreck there. Everybody's going to try and get out, but Sean had to tow. As these guys are now battling it back out in the front. Tom has made his way up to the second spot as he goes to make a move on Zach. He's going to get around Zach down into the final turn as Zach now has pressure from Josh. Give Tom the lead as we got our first new leader of the race. Yeah, right? What's up, Max? How are you? We got a drag race down the front straightaway. Zach wants the lead back. He's going to take it. Tom now falling into the grasp of Josh. Can Josh get around him? Is there single file there? Zach back in the lead. It looks like it's hard to pass is the biggest thing. Here comes Josh up underneath Tom. He's going to make that move before the turn. Tom lets him in there. David right behind him. Brennan in fifth. Breed in sixth. All together. And look who's sneaking their way up towards these guys. We got Jordy Fike in that 09. Do not count Jordy out. Zach's going to lead the field some more as they are single file. Josh almost runs over Zach in the turn there. Things almost got interesting. As the top six are still all together, but Josh is wearing out that back bumper cover of that number 13 of Zach Burke. I'll tell you that much. I didn't even have this track until just before the race. I've had to buy 3 tracks this last 7 days. I don't know why everybody wants to pick tracks I don't have this week. Down into the final corners. They're going to come around to the start-finish line. When are pit stops going to start? That's going to be a big question here. Here comes Tom looking up underneath Josh again. Nothing there. As now David's gotten underneath Tom. He wants to take third. Tom in the preferred position. Able to maintain third that time. But he almost lost third trying to make that move on second. Oh! Josh sends it. Sends it through that set of corners there. Somehow holds on to it. These guys are wheeling it, Max. Zach able to get a little bit of breathing room here. That has to feel good. He's had a half a second lead. Nobody on his back bumper here. But these guys will close that back in as the draft will play a huge role here as Josh starts to close the gap once again. Uncle Kenny, what's up? What's up, Uncle Kenny? Thank you for the like. Top 6 still all together. Jordy back there trying to keep his eyes on things. Let's see if he's... Oh, he's actually lost some ground. He is 3 seconds back at this point. That's a shame. But, hey, strategy is going to make a big difference. Though, they have to pit. And the pit stop, the gas will be enough for 2 tires. So, it's on them on whether they decide to take 2 or 4. But I'll tell you what. If Josh doesn't take 4, I'll be surprised. Because he's done wore every bit of those tires out. Down this long straight, so many straightaways on this track. I mean, there's turns, but some of the turns are long. Is that good or bad? Oh, here comes the first pit stop. Tom must have been reading your mind, Max. I don't know. That's a good question. Well, we can go check out Tom. Let's see what Tom does. I think it does front and back. That's good. Okay, then congratulations again. It does left and right. Left and right, Max. Brian in for his pit stop. Michael in on pit road, but Michael was already on pit road. He had issues earlier. Gonna go back up towards the front of the pack as the racing here continues to intensify. I'll tell you what, Jordy is keeping him in his sights as we got a battle here for that 8th position between Josh and Charles. Looks like Charles really wants it. He's driving the wheel off this thing. I'm agreeing. I'm thinking 4 tires are going to make the most sense, honestly. Ooh, Josh swings it a little wide. Charles not able to take advantage of it as they stay together racing for the 7th position. Gonna check back on Greg. Greg in that number 62, running a solid 10th place. Jerry in the 11th spot. John back here by himself in 12th. Here's Tom. He's got those new tires. Let's see what the difference is on lap times when he's able to get around. It doesn't look like they've dropped off at about a half a second maybe since the beginning of the race. So maybe that's another question, Max. It's only been it only looks like after 7 laps that they've only dropped off about a half a second. So is 4 tires going to make that big of a difference? They're almost halfway through it now. So many questions here. Is the top 3 right together? Josh still trying to work for that 13 of Zach. Man, Josh has been working and wheeling that car. He's going to go to pit road. I'll bet you he wants some tires. There are a lot. The draft is definitely important, which I'm surprised we haven't seen more people group pit, if that makes sense. I think if you get a couple of people to pit together, it's going to make it could make it pretty interesting. If you could get 2 or 3 people to pit together and just take 2 tires, I think you'll be faster than the person that takes 4. But you got to pit together. If everybody pits separate, then I think the 4 tires might be an advantage with that half a second. Let's go back. Let's see. We know Tom is fast. Let's see if he hasn't put down a full lap time on the new set yet. But as soon as Tom puts down that full lap time, I'm going to see how much quicker he is on those fresh tires. On those freshies. Yeah, they're pretty much exactly a half a second off from what they started. But again, that draft could be playing a role. Well, I'll take that back too. Like David in the 36, currently running 2nd. No, he's about a half a second off. So the draft is playing a pretty big role. That last lap, David was almost 4/10 of a second quicker, probably because of the draft. So draft is definitely going to play a role here. All right, we're going to throw that up there at least until everybody pits. That's going to give us another option. Let's see, has Tom made a lap? Tom hasn't made a lap on the fresh tires yet. Is they're going to come around and complete? Who's going to go down pit road this time? Anybody going to bail off? Here comes our leader, Zach, coming down pit road this time by. So our leader down on pit road, David's going to inherit the lead. Let's take a look. Let's see where Tom's at. Tom, what kind of lap time are you putting down on these fresh tires? We're going to find out here in just a second. So you can see when everybody pitted, obviously Greg Mack pitted on lap 1 because he had that accident. I believe Sean was the same issue. But let's see what kind of lap time Tom was able to put down. So Tom is currently almost a second faster than our leaders on new tires. So tires are definitely going to play a role here. As we still have 6 cars that have not seen pit road at all here tonight. Let's see who's going to make that choice next. As David and Reed continue to run out there. Give me 1 sec. All right, sorry about that. My phone died, and I keep track of some of the stuff on my phone while we do this. But David, continue to run out here. Are these guys going to pit this time by? As Reed gets a little sideways through there, they're both coming down pit road. Now these guys are pitting together. They may have a huge advantage here. As I was talking about with Max. With these guys being able to draft together, Jordy's going to go ahead and take the lead in this number 9. I know he wants those points, but how much benefit would Jordy have gotten if he had just pitted with these guys, been able to stay in the draft, or maybe he'll be able to, I don't know, need something. But Josh Olson, he hasn't pitted yet. He's currently in second. As Jerry takes over the 3rd spot. None of these guys have pitted yet. So 3 guys left out in the front have not pitted. I expect to see Jordy down pit road this time by. Josh is sitting in that 2nd spot. Jerry in 3rd. As Joshua Soto is going to take the lead when this cycles around. Zach getting hurt badly on that pit cycle. He's all the way back to the 7th position. So he definitely lost ground on that pit cycle as he was the leader. Tom in 2nd. So him short pitting might have been brilliant to a certain extent. Oh, he blows the turn through the grass. I got to wonder if there's a time penalty there for Josh. Josh is going to have a 3-second lead when this cycles through. Can Tom close the gap? And let's not forget, we got these guys here together. We got David, Zach, Brennan, and Reed all together in the draft. Can they catch these guys? We're going to keep an eye on these lap times. So many factors here. And if they get racing together, it could ruin their whole plan. My question is, did Josh make a great pit stop, or did he make a mistake? That's another one of those questions you have to ask. As sometimes when your pit stops too quick, it's for a reason. All these guys very experienced, very good here. Oh, here we got a battle as Zach looks up underneath David. He wants to take that 5th position as Jordy on pit road. Josh is going to inherit the lead. Nope. Josh on pit road. Is Jerry going on pit road too? Jerry on pit road. So everybody now has gone to pit road. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So everybody has pitted at this point, and this is going to cycle through with Joshua in the lead as we got battles back here. Now for what position is it? The third position. Zach takes that third spot. Let's see if he can drag these guys up to the leaders. He's about 3 seconds back from Tom. They're almost 7 seconds back from Josh. Can they make up that time in less than 20 minutes? It's going to be difficult. They're going to have to gain a whole lot per lap. Take a look at these lap times and see what they're able to do now once they get cycled through. But it looks like Zach is fast enough. He's actually pulling away from these guys and spaced them out slightly. All right, so Zach is not able to pull away from Dave as everybody gets single file behind him. Can these guys catch the leaders? These next lap times, I'm going to be really curious about it. I am definitely going to be curious if they can be fast enough this time by in this group in order to oh, I'm just looking to see something. Oh, that's showing the best time. We need to change that. This showed the last time. There we go. All right. Oh, we can. No, I don't even want to do that. I want the gaps. My bad. All right, sorry. I've had that on the wrong thing all day because of that qualifying. But Zach continues to lead this group here as they are definitely closing on Tom in a hurry. They've got that gap down to 1.8 seconds. And when they pick up and they're picking up on Josh too. They have definitely closed that gap by about a second or two also. So definitely this draft is going to play a huge role, guys. Don't go anywhere because we might have a big battle for the lead. Oh, David looking next to Zach. I don't know if I want to make that move at this point, knowing that we are gaining. I know sometimes you feel faster, but knowing that you're gaining, do you want to make that move and risk losing any time at this point this far back on the leaders? Zach is definitely closing as they got it down to 1.6 seconds. Let's look at these lap times. They are not faster than our leader. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think he could be, but last time by, they weren't faster than the leader. The leader ran a 127.02, and Zach at the front of this pack ran a 127.23. Now, in all fairness, they were racing, and they have closed that gap, but I think it's kind of slowed down. Let's take a look at what Josh has going on out here by himself. He doesn't have any lap cars, so he's not really drafting up on anybody. But I'll tell you who the sitting duck is right now. It's going to be that 41 of Tom, because he's only got 1.3 seconds back to him and third place. Pretty soon they're going to start pulling. When they start pulling on the draft of Tom, that is really when they're going to start picking up the pace here. But will they be able to continue that pace when they catch Tom? Down to 1 second to second place as Zach is closing the gap. They have about 13 minutes left in the session. Do they have time to catch the leader as they are almost pretty much there to the 41? They got it down to 0.7 of a second as the 13 and the 36 work together. Looked like Charles had issues towards the back of the pack, but this battle is starting to get interesting as the flag guy looks extremely bored up there in the stand. Down the front straightaway, Time is ticking down, but they have caught second place. 0.5 of a second back. 0.4 of a second. They are there. They are on his back door as they have caught the 41. Only 6 seconds back from the leader. Can they take the same momentum and make their way to the front and challenge the leader? About to get interesting, boss. Will Zach make the move around Tom? He does look quicker. He has been quicker all night. Tom would almost probably rather him lead as he makes the move into the braking zone. They got to not make contact. Zach needs to make this quick, and he does, and Tom's able to fall in place. Tom able to put a Band-Aid on it the best he can as he only loses 1 spot in that exchange. Zach now to the second position. Now is the time we're going to start watching that close. Let's go ahead and pull up. Let's see. Looking to see. I don't know if I got it on this. I should, but I don't see it. Guess I don't have it. Thought I did. Oh, nope, there it is. Boom. All right, let's watch and see if they can close that gap as it is 6.5 seconds to the leader. They got about 10 minutes to do it. Let's do... All right, I'm just trying to find out what they have. Ah, I was wondering the same thing. I actually said that. Sometimes when your lap is too fast, and shouldn't you be driving? Are you that bored? But sometimes when your lap is too fast, your pit stop, it means you might have forgot something. But Zach is on a mission. Zach wants to make that as irrelevant as possible. He is throwing it in sideways. Zach is an absolute blast to watch in these things. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. There we go. All right, so this is the gap between the lead. Second place has been slower each lap here lately. As we try and watch the gap and see what happens here. Can they close the gap? It is pretty much maintaining. There is virtually no change between... Oh, we got a wreck! Tom into the back of David. Big wreck, big deal here. Let's go see what happened. Oh, he just drove it in too hard. Right in the back of David. Oh, big deal for David as Tom stops and lets David around right here. This is one thing about this group. It has some of the best sportsmanship I've ever seen. Tom blew that corner. Gives the spot to David. Sucks still for David, but man, what a sportsman move there. We got people off the roads or off the track. Zach off the track, but back on. So he's good. Obviously, he's still in the same position. But that moves Brennan up to the 3rd spot. Good move for him as they got together. The AI is driving my car. Oh, so it's not you. You're not driving? No. You're driving? That's not AI. Now you're making me question. AI isn't driving your car. Funny guy. Gotta mess with me. So Josh has actually extended his lead over these guys by himself. Here's the question. Did he take enough gas? Did he take enough gas? That is the big question here tonight. Josh is going to be driving the wheels off that 135. Brennan trying to mess with me, tell me the AI is driving his. No way. Yeah, that's not the AI. Come on. Made me question it, though. So Josh out here in the lead. Did he take enough gas? Time is clicking down. Less than 6 minutes remaining. Is he able to save enough fuel if he didn't take enough to make it to the end? Continues to lead the pack. Let's go through the field. So we got Josh in first. Take a look at all these cars since we got a little bit of downtime here. Actually, let's show everybody Max's little teaser he made. You ready, Max? I did have to look. All right, there's Max's teaser for some stuff we got going on as Josh continues to extend his lead. Let's go ahead and go through the field and check how everybody's doing. We got Josh in that 07 in first, Zach in second, Brennan sitting there in that third position, wheeling that thing. Obviously, he wouldn't. Obviously, the AI's driving it, or he wouldn't be third. Well, we can look. I can look at that. Hold on. Let's see when they pitted. There's when they all pitted. Let's see. He pitted on lap 8. Oh, Reed gets around him. That's Reed in third. Brennan in fourth. David in fifth. Tom sitting there in that sixth position. Jordy, I said never count him out, sitting seventh. Brian in eighth. Robert in that ninth position. Josh sitting back here in 10th. Charles in 11th. Jerry back here in 12th. Greg riding his own race here tonight in that 13th position. John Casey in the 14th spot. Kenneth trying to recover from a first lap incident in 15th. Michael sitting 16th. Sean in 17th. Greg Mack, tough start to his night also. He was in that first lap wreck in 18th. So that is our field as we go back up to the front. We're going to get one to go this time by. Does the leader have enough gas? Does he have enough gas to make it? It's a matter of whether or not they took enough gas, I think. Because I don't know if they needed to give it all the gas. I don't know what point it was. But he might not have told it to take enough. Or he put it a little too soon for it. But here is the drama. Does he have enough gas? Zach dominated early, lost the lead on pit stops. Can he get it back here if Josh runs out of gas? I'm really curious. But it does look like he's saving. Zach is catching in a hurry. So he was saving. That lead is only 2.5 seconds back to second place. Oh man, this is going to be some drama here. Zach trying to close in. Let's jump on board with the number 13. This guy has driven the wheels off this thing today. Probably almost deserves the win as they come around for this final lap. Sees the leader. As the leader actually starting to extend the lead some. Josh is now back out to a 2.7 second lead. Is he gonna run out of gas? He gave up 5 seconds of that lead. So 5 seconds wasn't enough to make it to the start finish line. We are past halfway. Let's jump back outside the car. Does Josh have enough gas? Oh, he's gonna shoot the S's almost off the track. He can't make any mistakes like off the tracks here. That could take up his lead too. One more turn to go. Does he have enough? Does he have enough? One big right-hander. He's going to send it in. He wants to carry as much momentum as he can. Out of the final turn, he sees the start-finish line. The gap is still closing. It is closing. Is he out of gas? He's out of gas. He's out of gas. It's Tom at the, or Josh or Zach, whoever at the line. Holy wow. I thought I was saying Tom, but wow. Wow. He still gets second, but wow. Wow. Let's see that again. I didn't even know who to call it as. That was so intense. Here he is. He's out of gas. Here comes Zach at the line. How close was it? How close was it? Every week we get race after race that is absolutely epic with this series, guys. Wow. He won by that much. What a finish. Barely. He almost saved enough. Almost. I called it. I felt like he was out a little too far. Knowing the skill level of these guys, I felt like he was out there too far. That was absolutely intense, guys. This has to be one of the best series that I've watched. And it's a road course. Every week, you get these finishes that you're just mind blown. Mind blown. Absolutely insane. What a finish. What a run out of Zach. Well-deserved victory. Let's see if we get these guys up here for an interview. Wow. Brennan, let me know. Are they coming in? Yeah, I didn't mean to yell at you guys. Thank you, Uncle Kenny. Wow. Let's see. Nobody's in the booth as of right now. We're going to go ahead and go through the results. Tonight's results, we got Zach with the win, Josh in second, Reed in third, Brennan in fourth, David in fifth, Tom in that sixth position, Jordy in seventh, Brian in eighth, Robert in that ninth position, Josh in 10th, Jerry in 11th. Charles finishes 12th, Greg in 13th, John in 14th, Kenneth in 15th, Michael in 16th, Greg in 17th. And Sean's going to round out the field in that 18th position. What a finish. You're representing Zach. Yeah, I'll be over there soon, Joe. Let me go ahead and bring in the chicken, Brennan. Hello, not Zach.
Hello. Man, I almost got in here legitimately, but Reed got me.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, Reed did get you. He was fast here. He made one heck of a move at the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
But man, Zach dominated the first half of this race.
Yep.
Had to be heartbroken to see that Josh was so far out front and he runs out of gas coming out the final corner.
It was so crazy. You know, I pit with Josh, and Josh got out of the pits like 6 seconds ahead of me. And I was thinking, geez, I either really screwed up or he really screwed up. And then when we were all in a pack, it was all of us, and then Josh was like 7 seconds ahead of us. We were thinking, okay, he's definitely screwed up his pit stop. So yeah, it was just after that we were kind of like, okay, now we can race because we know he's going to run out eventually. And then on the final lap, we're coming into the final corner, and Josh still hasn't run out yet. We were like, oh my god, he saved enough. but then he ran out at the line, so that was just crazy.
That was absolutely insane. I think I yelled at every person watching because, man, I didn't know. I couldn't even think of what Zach's name was. I think I called him Tom, David, everything but Zach at one point. But man, that was a heck of a finish. I hope he was excited about it.
Oh, he was really excited. Yeah, we were screaming and yelling the whole that whole run to the line. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, you still got fourth. Still a good day for the AI.
Yep. I'll take it. Well, my AI will take it while I'm texting. So.
Well, does Zach want to give anybody a shout out?
Yeah, big thanks. He wants to give a big thanks to Brennan for driving with him during the race, and all of Team Esport Racer and GB Consulting and all of our families for their support. It's just a ton of fun, and you for the great broadcast.
Thank you, buddy. Well, go enjoy your first and fourth, I guess we could call it.
Will do.
Thanks. All right. We're gonna bring in Reed next, our third place driver. Reed, James of the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, you got to tell me about that move on the start. You just dove it in there 3 wide, sent it in, and it worked.
Yeah, I just got a good jump and figured I'd go for it. It worked out pretty well. I didn't want to be too aggressive after that because I knew we would all just stay in the draft. I was just pretty conservative the rest of the race. That was kind of my only aggressive move besides trying to get by Zach at the end, and it played out pretty well. I wish I went around the outside at the end there. I think I would have had a little bit more opportunities to get by, but it worked out. It was a fun race.
Now, overall, I mean, you had a great race here today. It looks like it got a little loose on you a couple times. One spot of the race, I think you went from like 3rd to 6th or something. Right before pits.
Yeah, I kept getting course cuts going on to the back straight, and I had to bail out and let everybody by. So that's how I ended up. That's how I went from 3rd to 6th. And then right before the pit, I got another course cut, and I was like, I was going to stay out another lap. But I was like, I'll just kill the course cut time in the pit lane.
I was going to say the slowdown to the pit lane probably kills that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, good run for you tonight. You're definitely fun to watch. Why don't you give a shout out to your friends, families, sponsors?
Yeah, hopefully I'll send the link for my friends and family to watch. So hopefully they'll watch this. It's a good race. It was a lot of fun. Amazing. It's hard to believe after 45 minutes, we're all whatever 2/10 apart. So great racing with everybody.
Yeah, definitely great. Well, enjoy that third place finish, and maybe we'll get to talk to you next week.
Yeah, I'm home for college break, so I don't think I'm gonna be around next week, but hopefully over the summer I'll be with you guys a little bit more.
All right, sounds good, bud.
Thank you guys.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and pull in Josh. Josh, James Elizabeth, get a copy.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I want to ask you the same question, but man, you got to be the happiest sad man right now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, ended up going into the pit for 2 gallons, and then yeah, it didn't end too well.
It looks like you were about a tenth of a gallon short. Was it still powering through the final corner, or was it starting to die out then?
Oh yeah, on the about midway through the back straight, it started to die out, and then coming through the corner, I think I had just a little bit of fuel left, but yeah, it wasn't enough to make it past the line fast
I
enough.
watched you send it harder than you had all night long through the final corner. I said, he's sending it in as hard as he can, hoping it makes it to the start finish line right now. And man, you missed it by a half a car length.
Yeah.
I mean, heartbreak. I know you fought hard tonight. Zach really, I mean, worked hard at the beginning of this race to be where he's at. Do you think that it still would have been this close had you taken enough gas? Do you think that extra little bit of gas you didn't take is what gave you that big lead?
Yeah, yeah, pretty. Probably I would have got tied up with Tom Rathje with the draft, and might have been near the pack, but without draft, I think I could have possibly do some get a few car lengths away, but the
Bishop, thank you for the like.
yeah, the fuel was just not the
Yeah.
not the, right strat for tonight.
Well, you were definitely faster than them without the draft. There was one point where you were pulling away from that pack, but man, still hell of a show you put on for us tonight. And I know that you got some people you might want to thank for helping put together a nearly winning performance here tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would like to thank all the guys at the Esports Racer Group. They're great racers. Greg Brockaway, Brennan, Zach, Greg Mack. Also, I'd like to thank the guys over at Rate Esports for putting together this series, and also everybody that's involved. Everybody's like a really great racers, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Definitely a great group. The shows haven't failed to put on a good show. Second place, man, still nothing to be sad about.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, buddy. Well, enjoy the second, and maybe we'll see you take a victory next week.
Hey, thank you.
No problem. What a race here tonight, guys. I am going to call it quits, but guys, as always, until next time, be safe,